So we're going to try this. This is the very first time of doing a live chat with the camera side of the YouTube live streaming software. So this is something a little bit different. We haven't done this before, but I figured I was going to jump on and do this and just kind of say, hey, some of you have seen me way too many times today. You're like, dude, quit it, go home, take a nap, go spend some time with your lovely wife. I'll do that in just a little bit, but I wanted to just kind of come live and see if there's anybody who had any questions or anything before we wrapped it up for today. We got to go and see a few different things today and talk about some different things. I've been getting some feedback from Mobile Beats show and such, so it's been kind of a big day down here in Las Vegas for those of you who are not down here with us in Las Vegas. There's two trade shows going on. The Mobile Beat Las Vegas is down at the Tropicana, and then we have the Photobooth Expo, which is happening, let's see, right now it's that direction from me, right? What we have down below, Westgate's over there, and then right down below me is the AM/PM, that Arco gas station. So I can follow the chat if you guys have any questions or anything about what you're seeing. Put that over in the area over there. I might have some, maybe you're getting too much Vegas noise, so we're going to just shut that up. That'll help a little bit. Make it a little quieter. And all you're going to hear is the squeaky of the bench that I'm sitting on. So first day in Las Vegas, we just opened up the Photobooth Expo exhibit hall. Went and did a walk-around video. It takes about an hour for the walk-around video. Some of the companies weren't there. Some of the companies, my little list that I had, and I don't even know where I put the list, but I had this list of all the different companies that were there, and some of them were in different places, but I really tried to focus on getting you guys the information about who was there. That way you can take that information, you can go search for them online or however you want to do it. Go to the photoboothexpo.com website, and you can go and find out information on that. You'll find that this year, as we walked around, the iPads were prevalent. The iPad and the tablet is really going to be a big thing. That some of them can print. Don't get me wrong that that's not, but the social media side of it is really where it's at. People taking a picture and putting it on their phone and sharing it immediately to social media. Anyone who's telling you that they're wanting to, that printing is going to be huge, the printing is still there. Don't get me wrong, but the old printing of the strips like we used to do is gone. It is just gone. People want to be able to see the images. The companies that are producing the larger prints, the bigger prints, the unusual prints. I mean, last time we were here, they did the long prints, and you got to see some different things with that. You're going to have people who want to have things that they can hang on to. They either hang on to them digitally on their website, or they got to be big enough to do. The day of the 4 little images on the strips, I think is gone. Maybe some of you are going to argue that fact, but I don't think that that's the future. You want to be able to take a picture, print that really nice looking picture of the fun that they're having right at that moment, print that out so they can take that with them, and then they're going to put it on their social media immediately. For those of you who didn't have the ability to do the social media immediately, you probably noticed that people go to their table and they're taking a picture of the picture. That happens when they're taking it with their cell phone, so then they can share it. The social media, the new darkroom, and a lot of the new software, they can go and put those pictures up immediately, and it helps so you can maybe do some collecting of information for future marketing. Not that you want to do some things that are going to get you in trouble by any means by soliciting to someone who doesn't want to be solicited to, but there's some potential to do something with that if you work that angle. So iPads and tablets are going to be a big thing because the tablets have come a long way, if nothing else, in controlling the software that runs the DSLR. You can have a Surface Pro that runs a DSLR that goes to a printer. You can have an iPad that takes a picture and goes to a printer. They're still there. There's hashtag printers that were in there. There's some hashtag kiosk printers that were there. The printing isn't completely dead. It's just the way we think about printing, that we're trying to make that 1960s photo strip is over. Who wants to look at themselves at this big? This new generation is a vain generation and wants to see themselves bigger than life. If they could take that picture and see it up on your 20-foot screen on the wall, they probably would love it. Some people wouldn't, but some people would. So that's the idea with the Photobooth Expo, is that a lot of things Photobooth related. In that room, there was also, I think, 2 or 3 different companies that sell the battery cases for the iPhones. And I walked by and they're like, oh, do you have an iPhone? Yes, I do. You have an iPhone 8? Yes, I do. Well, we've got a battery case for you. We found those same companies over in the ASD show we were covering earlier today. And you can go to Instagram and see some of the videos on that. But there's companies that just show up at these trade shows. Generally, there's a massage company or two where they, sit on a chair and they do this and they do that. Then there's going to be sometimes you'll have a company that does the foot insert things where you buy this insole for your shoe. There's companies that sell technology where you can buy the iPad, or the iPhone case that has a battery in it, or you can buy the headphones and such for that. And they're at both shows, the ASD over in the convention center over there, and over here in the Westgate with the Photobooth Expo. Yeah, they're not DJ or photo booth related, but they're there. These companies are just businesses that go to trade shows because when they know there's enough people, they're going to make sales. And they've got some young people who are really aggressive in making sales. It's a great way to actually watch and learn from some of these salespeople with some potential high pressure bridal show booth sales techniques. If you go to any of your home and builder shows in your major cities, you'll see some of these booths. They're the ones that sell those little click packets. Heck, you go to a big box store, Sam's Club as an example, Costco, both have had it, where they have people coming in who are selling these products. Sometimes become a student of how they do it. Yes, they're high sales, and yes, they're going to be pushy at times, but there's little things that you can pick up from them that will help. The simple question is that, hey, that looks like a neat little system, because I was just carrying my phone. That looks like a pretty cool thing. Is it a? They start the conversation kind of naturally, and it makes you feel kind of good. Oh, yes, I do have a nice phone. Thank you for noticing. And then the next thing you know, they're trying to pitch you on that. So, True Music, thank you for hanging out here and popping in here on the chat. So it's an interesting world at these trade shows. Tomorrow we're going to go and we're going to get you some footage. We're going to do some more in-depth interviews with some of the supporters of the Disc Jockey News, and there's a few other booths in there that have some interesting things that would be really kind of cool. I didn't see anything that really kind of stood out. There's a lot of the mermaid type backdrops that are here, but I didn't see anything that would look like really new. And it's like, oh my, OMG, I'm like, I couldn't believe that existed. Maybe I didn't see that all today, but we'll get into that more. But I mean, I didn't see any like step and repeat, I don't believe, as I walked through. There were, again, a lot of the mermaid things. There's multiple colors of the mermaid. And if you're not familiar with that, it's a kind of a sequiny looking backdrop or pillow or backpack. I've seen all those today at the other trade show. But you have these sequins, and if you rub them one way, they look one color, and you rub them the other way, they look the other color. So those are prevalent and out there, and they're for backdrops. I believe the one company that was at the end of it's like second row, they might have had like a dozen different colors. So the colors and such are coming in. And what people can do is before they go to shoot, they can go and they can do some waving and wiping across it, change the patterns. They can write their names and such on that if they want to, but they can change the look so it has more of a customized feel for them. Okay, I haven't used one, so I can't tell you if it's cool to look at and it's cool to go do. I just don't know in the world of photo booth, how realistic it is. That's something you guys probably know more. It's just it looks cool. I just don't know when you're trying to turn people over and run them through that photo booth if they do it. Maybe they do. I mean, they must do it. There's a lot of folks who are like really excited and they were coming to buy another one. So I'm assuming it's just me being naive in this situation. I love the cool. It just feels kind of cool. Anyway, that's the mermaid backdrops there. Let's see. There's a couple of different printer spots that were there, and different designs of some photo booths. Some of them we've seen already. Some were a little bit different take on it. There's more mirror. I saw more mirrors, which for a lot of you follow some of these DIY photo booth things out on Facebook. You're in those groups, and you know that there's a mirror photo booth group, and there's this photo booth group, and all these different ones where people are building these things themselves. From what I've been hearing and such, the price of some of these photo booths are going to start to come down a little bit just because there's so much competition out there that everyone can build them, or everyone's building them and trying to sell them. So the price is going to start to come down on those a little bit and getting into what someone said, more of a reasonable number. With that being said, I know people who bought some of the early photo booths and they paid $10,000 to $12,000 for them, and they've made their money back tenfold in 1 year off some of these things because they were able to aggressively sell them at $1,000+ a pop at that time. Times have changed a little bit. Now it's time for us as a business operator to be making really important and intelligent financial decisions when it comes to investing. Can I make enough off a $5,000 photo booth to justify adding that to my show. If I'm buying it and I'm selling it to 5 weddings this summer, I'm not going to get $1,000 a photo booth in most markets nowadays. It's just not going to happen. There's too much competition out there. Maybe I might get lucky and get, you know, $750 or what have you, but the money's just not. It's kind of like back when we talked about this on other shows. Back when DJ meant that I had a music library like nobody else, I could actually command a higher rate than DJs who didn't have the music library that I did. Now, the photo booths are going to be very similar across the board because everybody can have it. And then you end up having a situation where some of these photo booth companies now are going to have to start to focus on the talent, that the operator talent, how they're going to engage the guests, how they're going to make the guests feel special at the event, how they're going to make this a fun experience to be part of that photo booth and to get the people involved with that. That's going to really start to separate, because as the prices and such start to moderate on those booths, people are going to have nice gear or an iPad. An iPad can do a really nice job. It's just your person's going to have to evolve as this goes. And it's going to be something that for some people, they're going to get mad. I mean, just like the DJ industry, they're going to get mad at all those kids coming into the industry. Well, no, it's just that the technology has allowed people to be able to get into it easier. Now, me as a DJ, I have to become better as an MC. I have to become better as a presenter, a performer. I have to be better at being spontaneous and interactive with the crowd. And that whole interaction, we talk about taking some comedy, some improv. These types of things I need to be better at. I need to become a better mixer. I need to be able to go and at times be able to beat mix from song to song and do quick edits and different things. All these things are things that at a point in time in my history, I didn't care about. When we first started, you know, and I would mention this before, the microphone is basically, hey, thank you for coming, and I'm John, and I'll be playing for each night. And then at the end, thank you for being here. I'm John. Thanks for watching. That was the extent of our microphone work. That has evolved. Now I have to be better. I have to be much better on a microphone than I even was 5 years ago, because it's expected for those of us who are at a higher level. My equipment has to be at a rate, but at a higher rate. But even that, there's some speakers that were over at that show, over there at the SD show, that were very inexpensive speakers, and they sounded pretty good. I'm sure they're not going to be as durable and they're not going to last as long, but sound is a lot less, the gear is a lot less expensive to get decent quality these days. So now it's the difference in the performer, whether it's the mixed DJ, if it's the MC and the wedding DJ, and how these things all come together is what's going to separate us. And that's also what we're going to see in the photo booth industry, is that it's going to take more than just the nice camera and the cool props. It's going to take the nice camera, the cool props, and a personality of a person who can make it fun for me to be involved. So anyway, that's just some thoughts here. I just wanted to share a few things here tonight. We're not going to be going live with any other shows this evening because I'm not back at the ranch to do anything, and the crew is off for the night. Shaney's in town doing some things. Jared's off solving the social media world somewhere, or he's selling weddings like he should be and spending time with his family, we're hoping. And I think Dan's probably doing some Cub Scout work tonight. So we've got a lot of things going on. Tomorrow, Ben and Brian are both down here in Las Vegas. I'm going to see if we're going to kind of meet up a little bit. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining here. We're going to try to meet up and maybe do some things. You're probably going to see more Mobile Beat videos on Wednesday, because I'm going to try to hit the Photobooth Expo hard tomorrow, get that knocked out, and maybe we're going to get to Mobile Beat tomorrow afternoon or evening. If not, we'll be down there Wednesday, and that's where you're going to see a lot of things. And some of our shows, our regular shows, aren't going to be hitting this week. We're going to shoot them, and we're going to try to get them up, but they may go up several hours later. Like Drax and I are going to try to shoot something. We'll probably do something tomorrow because he's here at the Photobooth Expo. Casey and Brian are going to shoot something tomorrow. So anyway, it's going to be kind of a chaotic week here, getting some things around, but there should be some good stuff, hopefully, coming from both Photobooth Expo and Mobile Beat 2018. Woohoo! Anyway, have yourself a wonderful evening, and I'm going to try to figure out how to shut this video off. You know, again, this is the first time. This is coming right off my laptop. I've never done this way before. We always usually do things a lot more difficult. Hey, Jimmy. Oh, hey. And Streamblood. Everyone have yourself a wonderful evening. Good night.